Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad that you decided to join me today. Today we are building yet again in The Sims 4, as we always do. And if you're new here, I'm Allison, and if you're not here, I am very glad to have you back here. But as I said, we are building. Sorry, kind of did that out of order. Eventually I will get my intro down, but until we do, you're just going to have to suffer through it with me. But today we're building a kind of recently renovated, what am I thinking of? I can never think of the word Victorian. I want to say industrial, but it's not industrial at all. It's a recently renovated Victorian home. And when I was going into it, I didn't imagine it was going to be like recently renovated, but then as I started picking out like wallpaper colors, I was like, yeah, this is going to be like recently renovated. So maybe I would have put this in maybe a different spot if I had thought of that, but I was like, a Victorian house? I think we should build that in Willow Creek. But yeah, you're going to see me messing around with the roof up front a lot. I tried to cut out a lot of it because the picture, like the reference image I was looking at, kind of had this circle, roundish roof over the front porch, or like the front door area. Oh my goodness, I'm not tired. I mean, I am tired. Like, daylight savings time is kicking my booty. But I just couldn't get it to, anyway, jumping back about the roofing, I just couldn't get it to look how I wanted to. So I just, especially here, I just ended up, like, flipping it. I was like, whatever, we're just not going to have the run of it. And then I also got rid of the foundation and just used platforms instead as well. And now you'll start seeing where, like, I'm like, and start messing around with the colors. And then I pull out this door from Discovery University. And I find this swatch that I literally did not know existed, even though it's, like, in one of the pubs, I think. Because I, like, was doing, like, some own personal gameplay. And I, like, went to the pub, I believe, in Manchester. And it had this swatch. And I literally didn't know this swatch to exist. As you can tell, I'm not a huge explorer, and I usually don't venture out of like my comfort swatches and stuff like that, but this one is definitely a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I really liked how it turned out. And of course we use a bay window up front just to kind of add a little extra dimension, and I think that really helped. I love like the copper roof on it. I think that is gorgeous, even though I'm not a huge fan of like copper. I think it looks really, really nice. It's just not something I would personally choose in my own home. Anyway, I'm yawning and we're only 2 minutes into like this 20-minute long voiceover. But I am so excited for the infant update. It's literally coming out in like 2 days, and then I'll have a video up with an apartment with infants in it on Wednesday, and then I'm not sure if I want to be able to do a pack, like a build with a pack before Sunday. I really wanted to try to get one up on that Friday, but with it being St. Patrick's Day, I work at a bar, like an Irish bar, so I'm going to probably be working a lot, so I don't think I'm going to have enough time to like sit down and record something that I would be proud of and would like to post. So I don't, I guess we'll see what happens, but if not, I will be posting on Sunday. But I would like to try to post on, oh my goodness, I literally need to stop yawning. But I will try to get it uploaded before. I like one on Friday as well, like with the new pack. But if not, it'll just have to wait until Sunday. But the Sunday build will have the new pack in it. And the Wednesday build this week will also have the infant update in it. But I'm just so excited, and then I'm also excited because I have like Wednesday off, so I can like play with infants in my own gameplay, which will be a lot of fun. I'm not going to be student teaching that day. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you guys something. I just remembered that I had one of my students has a YouTube channel where like he reviews like our school store's food. And he was talking about his YouTube channel. I was like, oh my gosh, I have a YouTube channel too. And all my kids were like, oh, what? They're like, Dodgerots. And they were like, huh? What? I bet you're posting vlogs. And I was like, no, we're just not going to talk about what I post. Just because, I don't know, I'm not like ashamed of what I post. But also I'm like, I don't really want to like, I don't know. I guess, but that's like how you can like gain audience. But also like, it just makes me uncomfy to think about, like, my students, like, watching my videos. I'm just like, let's not. But anyway, enough talking about that. We're doing the floor plan. I imagine that this house was for a couple and then two children, not two children, but like two kids, one teen and then one child. And I imagine the teen was probably right around 16, 17, and the child was probably around like 10, 12. But I also did black flooring, which I don't do that often. I did the cats and dog ones, I believe. The one that came with the cats and dog expansion pack. There we go. This one I really liked. Like, I liked the like different shades and different like swatches of it. I really liked combining like black and brown in this build, which is, I mean, the only brown is like the windows and stuff, but I really liked how it came out. Another thing I really love is how this kitchen came out with these little diagonal bits. I didn't quite know what I was going to do, but then I thought I'd do these shelves, like the size up shelf trick that kind of happens with like desks. And then I end up putting a coffee pot on one and a microwave on the other, and they're not functional. But they look really, really nice. And honestly, I don't mind that they're not functional, because in my own gameplay, I find it really annoying when my Sims autonomously make coffee. I'm like, why are you spending $8 on this cup of coffee that's going to go bad in 2 days? But I mean, facts, I also spend $8 on a cup of coffee that will make me have to go to the bathroom. So, who knows? But anyway. But yeah, I really like how it came out. I also used these Dream Home Decorator counters, and then I also used the Dream Home Decorator, like, separated stove and oven. Like, stovetop and oven. I really like, I don't know, let me just say really like one more gosh darn time. That's another thing that I've been noticing. My cooperating teacher pointed out that when I'm like referring to a shape, like in one of my classes, like we're dealing with like irregular polygons. Oh my goodness, irregular polygons. And like another class are like solving equations, like normal algebra stuff. And I'm like referring to the equations and the shapes as like bad boys. And I'm like, oh my god, that's so cringe. I need to stop. But I don't know. No students called me out on it yet, but I really do need to not be calling literally everything a bad boy. Like that's I don't know. But anyway, we're doing some landscaping. I really liked how like modular, like squared off this landscapes end up looking. And then with the train paint that I did at the end, I think it really ends up good and ends up looking good. And then I also end up kind of removing this, not this side, but the other side, like where the fence and stuff is, and put a little, I don't know, it's not really a driveway, it's like a little parking pad for a car, and put a car there. And then I put this, what is it called? What is that what it's called? Microscope? I really don't think it's a microscope, because that's like what you use in the science lab, right? So telescope. There we go. It's a telescope. And here you see I'm like making that parking pad, and then kind of like just blending it in with the other shrubbery, and I get this nice car out. And I guess, like I said, I imagine this was like recently renovated. I don't know if the Sims who lived here renovated it. I imagine not. I imagine maybe they bought like a recently renovated house, like a house flipper kind of thing. And I could not help myself. I definitely had to clutter up the bay window. So I think I put some plants in there. I put the paper towel roll, and then I also put a plate rack. But I literally cannot help myself from cluttering it up. And I don't know what build it was, but I was like, wow, this is like really, really cluttery. Because I remember the very first time I like downloaded a YouTuber's build. Like downloaded like an apartment off the gallery. And it was from Evelyn YT, I believe. And I was like, oh my god, there's like so much stuff everywhere. I was like overwhelmed, and I was like, oh my god. But then like when you're just building to build, you like want to put all that clutter. But like when you're building to play in, you like want clutter to make it like feel lived in, but you also like don't want a lot of clutter because you don't want things blocking. And I don't know. I think just like kind of learning the in between is kind of nice. I think like also like trying to play. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But we're just kind of decorating the kitchen. Yeah, using these little containers from Cottage Living, and we bought lemons, and now we're gonna go put this shelf from the Pastel Pop kit, I believe, over here. It's got like these really pretty vases, and I put some plates and a knife block over kind of by the microwave, and yeah, not too much else. I didn't really want to overclutter the kitchen, but I kind of wanted to add some like pops of color because I imagined that one of the Sims, I imagined that maybe it was either like a lesbian couple or like maybe a non-binary couple, but I imagined that whoever it was that lived here, one of the Sims was a fashion designer. So like they not like a fashion designer, but like a style influencer. So maybe it's kind of like their, I don't know. They have like we have this like, I have no idea what the heck I am trying to say. We have this office space, and I imagine that was like their style influencer room. I have put like the style influencer board that came with base game. That's like the, I think it's a work from home, or like you could work from home or go in. I don't think it's one of the, oh my goodness, freelancer careers, but it might be a freelancer career. I only included, sorry, I'm jumping around again. I only included one of the bathrooms in the build, and it's this one. I probably should have included the ones the girls upstairs share, and I imagine that the two children were also girls. I mentioned there was a teen girl and the child was a female Sim. I am going crazy. Oh my goodness. It's this loss of sleep. I like ended up staying too late at work last night because my party wouldn't leave. That was very annoying. But and then daylight savings time, and then I like woke up so I could edit and post this video, and now I'm like, I am so tired. I might take a nap quick, but I don't really want to throw off my sleep schedule, but I think taking a nap would be good. I think it'd be good, and I think I'm going to have a little lunch, lay down for 20 minutes before I have a meeting where, oh my goodness, I'm in a nonprofit, on a corporate board for a nonprofit, and it's just, the position I have is to like social media, like to post things on social media, and I've been doing a very bad job in February, just because with student teaching and everything, it's very hard to stay on top of all my courses and YouTube and my job and make sure that I'm eating food that isn't junk food. And like, I've already like thrown out like working out. Like, I used to wake up early and do yoga in the morning, and now I'm just like, I literally need the extra 20 minutes of sleep just to like function a little better. But who knows, maybe, I don't think tomorrow I'm waking up and doing yoga, although it might be a good start to the day. I don't know if I can do it. Thinking about it right now, I'm like, I record my voiceovers sitting in the bedroom because it's like the farthest away from the door. I think I've talked about this before, but so I like record them sitting in bed. So I'm just like sitting here in bed being like, I could just take a nap, just like close my eyes and fall asleep. Anyway, let's talk about the build now. This is like the office space with the style board I was talking about, and I get this chair from City Living and kind of a fun swatch, and the platforms were making it kind of difficult to deal with. And then I put up these like boho curtains. I don't put them everywhere. I kind of imagine that they really enjoy like the natural light, and they don't feel like, oh, another thing, I imagine this household had a Dalmatian. You might have saw me put the pet bed under the stairs. The stairs are still functional. I meant to playtest that. I don't know if like the dog can actually go in it, but I was like, well, it's something to kind of take up space, and I kind of enjoy that. But now we're upstairs in the child Sims room. I imagine the Sim is like very social. Like they have like the social butterfly aspiration, and they're like enjoy spending time with their friends, and they like taking their mom's like camera or dad, whoever the style influencer is. They enjoy like taking their camera and then like taking photos with their friends, and I imagine they're just like really outgoing and like love doing things, and like, I don't know, enjoyed how like pink and fun and vibrant this room was. It's definitely wouldn't have been my taste growing up, but I really liked how it turned out for the particular sim that I had in mind. But yeah, it's completely opposite from the teen. The teen sim is like, the teen sim's room is like all white, and I really, 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 really love how that sim's room came out. That'd probably be like more of my personal space, personal taste, except for I would probably like a little more color than what's in their room. I'm very sorry, I just got rudely interrupted. I record these voiceovers on my Mac, and I just had a phone call come in from my sister, so that was very annoying. I was like, wait, why is my video just cut out? I know I can record longer voiceovers in like 15, 16 minutes. Very sorry, but now the room is pretty... Oh, I also imagine this child was into violin. That's why I put the violin downstairs. Kind of next to the stairs. I imagine that they're very into... I just imagine this is very, like, artsy family. I imagine... Okay, now we're in the teenager's room. But anyway, I imagine the teenager really loved plants. I imagine that they were very into plants, and as I was taking screenshots, I was like, I bet this sim is probably getting ready to go to university and is maybe going to study, like, biology or something like that, just because they very... Oh my goodness, excuse me. They very much enjoy like botany and stuff like that, and maybe they're going to study genetics and maybe become a surgeon or something like that. But I really like how this room ended up turning out. They have this like plant divider, which I thought was very, very cute. And I love this swatch of the bed from high school years, especially with this like cube that came with Tiny Living and that little plant thing, and then they have little books. I don't know. I just think this room came out really cute with a little Dalmatian. I imagine maybe she was the one who convinced the parents to like get the dog, even though like the dog doesn't like necessarily love her 100%. Like she loves the dog. I don't know. That's just something that came to me, so I didn't really represent it. I was like trying to think of a reason maybe why she didn't have a dog bed, but also maybe the dog just like sleeps in her bed. I don't know if that can actually happen. Another thing I did was I put this little like stool here. I imagine that maybe she like curls up and reads on it sometimes when she wants something different to like sit. But also like everyone, I mean, I guess like regardless of like myself, I mean like from my personal experience, if you have a chair in your room, it is going to end up with dirty laundry. But that could just be me. But it's going to end up with dirty laundry. So I put that laundry basket there, and I was like, wow, that's like a very like classic like teen thing in my opinion. But now we're in the parents' room. I kind of tried to continue the color scheme that was going on throughout the rest of the house, kind of with the blacks and the whites and grays and neutrals. I also wanted to make sure that I gave the fashion style influencer sim like a decent wardrobe. So I gave them the dresser from Dream Home Decorator, and then I also gave them like some hanging spots with some cubicles above it. And I also gave them this like sectional, which I think was, I don't know, I thought it was a good use of space. I could have done like a whole fashion wall, but I didn't think that that was very realistic necessarily. And now we just have some end tables, and we're going to clutter those up with some like lamps, and then like some perfumes, and I don't know what else I get. I do get a rug. I got a Dream Home Decorator rug. I couldn't remember if I put a rug in here or not, but I almost 110% there will be a rug in every single room of every single build that I do, just because I think it really like ties the place together. And now yeah, we're gonna head outside, and I didn't do that much out here. I like did a little outdoor grill and like eating area, and then I did some monkey bars and a swing set. And then I did a lot of terrain painting. But there's just not too much left for this build. As you'll see, I'm going to pull out those monkey bars and the swing set that came with seasons. I'm so excited to finally have, like, not to finally have, I guess I haven't been, like, looking forward to tree houses as much as maybe other people have. But I'm very excited for, like, tree houses to be coming. I think that's going to be so much fun and make me want to do some more in the backyards, because I don't know, personally, I haven't had a lot of experience with backyards, so I'm like, I don't know what to do. You want some dining area? You want a tree? Like, you want a swing set? Like, I don't know. I guess my backyard experience, like, because I grew up out in a farm, like, I didn't have much. But anyway, I need to start wrapping up this video because we're just doing some terrain painting, and then that'll be the end of the video. But if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see some more, especially with the new pack coming out of some Sims 4 speed builds, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and come back on Wednesday with a new infant build. I'm very excited. And also, if you do want to find this build, it's under my origin ID on the Sims 4 gallery, which is alisonlogue, or under the hashtag alpalsgames. Alrighty, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday with that new infant build. Bye!